God is moving. And God is doing amazing things. And I hear about these, but you don't always have the opportunity to hear about them. So I want to share one of them this morning. We had a partner in our church a number of months ago named Erin Shoup, sitting up here. And her family was at Target. And so Erin found herself in the baby aisle because, sometimes even if you're not pregnant or not wanting to be pregnant, you find yourself in the baby aisle. And while there, she found a young lady who was very pregnant. And the Spirit of God moved in Erin to connect with this young lady who was about to give birth. And as she connected with her, she found out that she and her husband were here in Little Rock, staying at the Ronald McDonald House, because she was set to deliver a baby boy who had a very rare and serious heart defect. And so Erin prayed with them there in the aisle right there and invited them to church, a place they hadn't been frequenting since they had been in Little Rock. And so they came to church and the ministry of singing like that. And they were touched by the kindness of the people, and they tolerated the preaching and things of that matter. And they found themselves where they kept coming back. And then after a few weeks, and right after they delivered their boy Cruz, they found out that the pediatric cardiologist that they had come to love and have such affection for at Children's Hospital was a partner in our church as well. And it ministered to their heart. And so they kept coming and just being ministered to by our church family as Cruz's health declined. So much so that one Sunday, Alin comes over to me. He's got tears in his eyes. He asks if he can talk to me. He lets me know that they have been told that the baby's going to need a heart transplant. And they don't know how long he'll be able to make it. And so we rally around them, we pray with them out there, and we just ask for the Lord to show up in this mighty way. And the number of weeks later, they were accepted into this program in Boston, where there were some surgeons there who had been doing these cutting edge surgeries, and Cruz's heart happened to qualify for this program. And so the whole thing was paid for. They took a private jet to Boston with Cruz connected in tubes and went to Boston for this potentially miraculous but dangerous surgery. And God still does miracles. And Cruz went through the surgery and his body responded in an incredible way. And as we prayed, we just asked, we sent them out to Boston, that God would just show up and do a miraculous work. And he did. And Cruz's body started to respond. And after the surgery, and he handled it well. It got better and better and better. And so this week, the Toes family flew back to Little Rock. And the person that they asked to pick them up from the airport was Erin Shoup. From Target to the tarmac. Like to the glory and to the grace of God. And they posted on their Facebook feed this message that I thought I would read. It said, "We had the best afternoon and evening with some of our most favorite people. Isn't God just wonderful? How he can take a random meeting in a Target aisle and turn it into extended family. That's how we feel about these incredible humans who have gone above and beyond for us and have shown us such a great example of truly loving like Jesus does. Little Rock will always hold a special place in our hearts." And they went home a few days ago with Cruz, and I wanted to show you a picture. This is Cruz in January, where he was at Children's for months, never able to take him out or take him on a walk or hold him. And this was Cruz this week, sitting with some of his favorite babysitters, the Shoup girls. And it's just a miraculous picture of the church and what can happen when it's not the flashing lights or the big moments, but being faithful and loving in those little spaces, in those quiet places, and how God can change lives. And this family is on a mission for God now. I mean, they are on fire for Jesus because they have seen the people of God rally around them and the hand of God touch their life.